Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to have a conscious conversation about the differences between spirituality and religion, where some of us might be getting some things mixed up. There might be some confusion and also separation between the two, which I want to bring awareness. Um, I've had quite a few people actually bring this up, and I think it's a great topic for conversation. And, I also understand that this might stir the pot on some subjects, which I am a firm believer, and I want to hold that space on this channel for us to have an open conversation about this, because I don't really believe there is a right or wrong way to do it. Um, and I just want to go over some of the key factors that I've actually had people bring up, some fear that's been caused about choosing the path of spirituality. But I also want y'all to ask questions if there's anything within your journey of coming to awareness, or if you were raised in a very religious upbringing and have developed your own beliefs about your higher power, your own beliefs about your destined path and what your soul's need is. I think it's really important that we talk about these things because it's not really being discussed. And I think that this is a good way to just open the floor for anyone to express what they need to express. And I don't want to turn anyone away, because there's we only know by what we've experienced so far. And if we're not having these conversations, then how are we going to activate our brain and kind of look at things from a different perspective? So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Vibe Tribe, love you something serious. And welcome to all my new subscribers, my Graceful Healing members. Thank you for your contribution. And everyone that's been supporting my channel, whether through, interactions, likes, subscribes, comments, but also the donations and private readings. Y'all keep this channel going, so thank you. But if anyone needs to get in touch with me or would just like to discuss this off the video, you can always email me at whispersofgrace1016. I know a lot of people have a hard time publicly sharing like how they're really feeling about certain subjects, and if you feel like you need a more private space to discuss these things, I'm always open for those conversations as well. So let's get into it, guys. There's been so I actually had a friend slash client, because we do build personal relationships here, bring it up where there are a lot of people who have had a certain upbringing or belief system when it comes to religion and God. Now, no matter what religion you are, I firmly believe that the basis of every religion that we follow in this world, the core value is love, right? Now, I do feel that there are a lot of religions and belief systems that have been manipulated by man to create fear. Fear to disappoint our creator. I don't know why. I honestly feel that fear is created to manipulate the masses, and that's why, in my personal experience, and this is just my beliefs, and I'm not trying to force anything onto anyone, I'm just trying to bring up conversation to really think about it. There are so many words that were written or, you know, recreated. Like, there's always an inspiration behind the story, but it's always been perceived and written by someone translating the experience, right? And those words have changed over time. I think if we look throughout history, we will find that some of the stories of our country's history isn't always completely accurate. And I think a lot of people who have a deeper soul understanding always have like these questions behind religion. Sometimes we hear a story and we really, really resonate with it. And then there's other times where we hear something and it doesn't quite sit with us well. And I think it's really important that we listen to that, because if you believe in past lives, which I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't, in my personal experience, I do believe that we have lived past experiences on this planet as light workers. And if you're drawn to my channel, you're more likely a sensitive empath, highly intuitive, or some sort of light worker healer. So I do feel that it's one of those things where if we have experienced a past life due to the the experiences or the resistance we have to hearing the stories brought forth in organized religion, if we have that resistance, I truly believe that there is something within us, because our soul holds memory and our DNA holds memory. And so when these things come up in our body and our intuition reacts like that doesn't feel quite right, I truly believe that there are some of us that have actually spent a life in the timeline of Jesus, of all the prophecies that came about and all the things that these beautiful vessels experienced while prophesizing or connecting to our creator. Now, do I believe that God is a man in the sky? No, but I know, and I know from my deepest truth that there is an energy. Everything is created of energy, but this is a universal consciousness. I have seen it, I have witnessed it, I have felt it. And every time that I have truly tapped in to my higher power, whatever that may be, whatever that may look like, it has always been the deepest form of unconditional love that I have ever felt. And honestly, I think so many people in this world, and we all do it, we're all searching for something, right? We're all searching for happiness, joy, belonging, partnership, success, and so much more. But it's only by going within, and this is what we talk about, by going within. When you take time to create stillness, which most of us have a hard time with because there's so much going on in the world, our brains are overactive, it's hard to be still. Be still in your own energy. The closer you come to your center, the closer you come to your creator, your higher power, whatever that may be for you. And a lot of people feel that if they had a upbringing or belief system of God and the traditional religion, that by accepting that they have abilities, that they're intuitive, that they're mediums, that they're psychics, that they're empaths, and that they're able to do these things that society has told us isn't possible, that if you can do these things you're crazy, like there's so much fear to keep us subdued, and it's truly limiting us to having a more chaotic life because we're not fully accepting our truth and our full potential. And so a lot of people almost feel like they're cheating on God by saying that I'm able to do these things, or that if I believe that there's more outside of organized religion, then I'm turning my back on God. And that's not the case. It's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. It's just different perceptions of the same story. And yes, spirituality goes much deeper because we focus on what is going on inside versus saying that God is outside of us. Because if there's anything that I've learned through all of my experiences, it is that very much that same universal consciousness that I have tapped into, that I have felt, that I bring into my daily existence to uplift, inspire, and just to be a positive impact on this world. That is God working through me, right? That is the same universal consciousness that is to my very core that says, you belong, you have a mission, you have a purpose, you have a powerful way of impacting this planet. And through our guidance, there is no I, it is we. And I think so many of us get caught up on external things that we forget to just fully be present and take the opportunity to make every bit of the moments that are present to us. Love is all around you, it is within you. And if we focus on the things that are creating havoc, chaos, separation, desperation, disappointment, anger, resentment, the more you are going to see of that. It is the basic law of attraction. Whatever your vibration is what you will attract into your life. The more you lean into love and understanding, the more miracles and blessings you will see around you. And I promise you, if you do it 21 days, 21 days, make a habit of waking up and saying, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to wake up this morning and have that opportunity to impact someone's life or to impact my own. And if we focus on the things, that's all that spirit wants us to do, is to live the most authentic life by doing what feeds our soul. And there's a lot of people that are feeding their soul with things that you know are a detriment to your well-being, to your sanity, to your safety. And some people don't want to admit how detrimental it really is. But you know what habits are no longer appropriate for you, or that aren't really serving your best interest, but because it's comfortable, it's familiar, it's what you know, you continue down that path until you get tired of your own shit. And that is when you come back to self. And that is your universal consciousness. It's the awareness that we have in this world to make a change. That's it. Like it's so simple and profound, but yet it's so hard because we're breaking through so many karmic cycles. And when you heal one karmic line for yourself, you heal so many. Sorry about that. Just cut off on me. Guess the energy's really flowing. But yeah, I mean, hey Danny. So, oh yes, you're welcome, Joshua. So yeah, guys, I feel that we need to release the guilt. We need to release the expectation, and also understand that it is up to us to use this moment, our present moment, and the things that we're experiencing to the most of our capability. Like, I was just having this conversation this morning. When I learned to be more present, and I'm constantly having to adjust myself, I'm constantly having to check myself, and the more that I come into that stillness of surrender, and it's true, like in this moment, I know I have the most power because I have no control over yesterday or tomorrow. And right now, I just need to make the most of my life and for what is being presented to me. And I stay open to the opportunities at hand. Yes, there were things that I went through that really hurt me, that really made me change the way that I had to look at things. And accept my own belief. But that's what I'm asking you to do right now. So whether you go to church, whether you're outside, nature is your church, it doesn't matter how you connect to source, to your higher power. It just matters that you do, and that it feels good when you're doing it, right? The more that you do it, the more it's going to feel good, because then you're bringing that into your energy field. You're bringing home back into the like full existence. Home is never away from you. And so many people are scared to sit in their own energy, but if you take the time, you take the process that is being handed to you to say, whatever I put my focus and my energy into is going to manifest. And I make more aware and conscious choices to choose what feels good to me. And I also understand, releasing attachment, that if anything needs to leave my life for the highest good of all, then I accept that that chapter of my life is now closed. And I will redirect the energy to where it needs to be redirected, because that's the art of it all. Is having the conscious awareness and the choice, knowing that you have power and choice to choose what you align yourself with. But again, there's no right or wrong. Some people meditate or connect through music, poetry, art, being outside in nature, going to church, being around your friends. Love is everywhere. And the more that you tap into that frequency, the closer you come home to self, the closer you come home to that creator energy. And then you realize the opportunities are limitless, and there's just more of a peaceful feeling in that acceptance that it's always been there and it's never going to leave, right? But that also takes time, and getting all these old outdated belief systems out of your way, because that's what it is. It's a resistance, it's a blockage, and it's a thing to create fear and doubt within yourself, to keep you away from that universal consciousness that is telling you this is the right path for you. This is what you want in your life. If you want more abundant opportunities, if you want more love, this is what you need to experience. If you want more compassion, this is what you need to experience. And it's having trust in those experiences that you will learn, take that information, and then apply it to your life moving forward. Everything that is happening around you and within you is happening for a reason, and it's all leading you back to the truth. So have patience with the process, understand, like the things that are presenting themselves, and act accordingly, guys. But don't beat yourself up if you want to believe in God or whatever you want to call it. It has so many names throughout history, but it's all the same thing. It is no different than the people who inspire you. All these people hold a different frequency of the same love, and will reach the collective or the mass that it needs in order to inspire that movement, right? Because not everyone is going to resonate with one form. So it comes in many different ways so that we can truly receive it. Have you ever had something happen or heard someone speaking and it just resonated so profoundly to you? You felt like they were talking to you, yet you were in a big crowd. How can one message reach so many people on a different level, but it felt like it was personal to you? That is God speaking through that person to get that message to who it needs. And it's no different than you using your voice. It's no different than letting your creative passions and the things that you bring into existence that inspire those same feelings. And that is what we need to be following, not chasing, but following the guidance, following the nudges, and trusting the path that we are being guided upon. So I hope these messages help. And if there's anything else y'all want to bounce off of me, if there's anything y'all want to ask, I'm totally open for the conversation. But this is just a little, opening the door for the conversation. And I hope it finds you all well. If you want to discuss or you want to work with me on a personal level, you can always email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. And I wish you all the very best, and I'll talk to you soon.